Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for some Category 1 racing action around the Saints Village.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning all. And this is just the beginning, I need a big change, only feels like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it, what you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go! Hey!
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1.
I don't think I was second. Oh my goodness!
Gee, she went wide.
Oh, he's run wide and goes dead!
Oh my!
Oh no! No! You can't do that!
Just sit that steering wheel and what that hurts.
Bunty is somehow keeping it on the track surface. It's a spectacular drive, and he will take his first win in the top flight of Sector 1.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for some Category 2 racing action here at Sainte Croix. Starting us off soon will be Category 2B, brought to you by Adelaide Ceramic Coatings. Tonight, it is a short enduro, so instead of the 45-minute standard rounds we run, we will be running for an hour total, which will come in a moment's time after the 10-minute qualifying session, which we are very close to starting. My name is Lenosa Singh. Joining me in the commentary box tonight is the Thunder Motorsport team owner and your race director tonight. It is Artsy. How are we doing tonight, Artsy?
Good evening, everyone. We're doing all right. We're looking forward to a good session of racing. We've got a few different strategy options on the table, so it should be a good, entertaining night, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll just have a look at our track map for tonight, and this is how they will be shaping up. So it's a short enduro event format, as I mentioned before. Tyre usage will be 2 times, fuel usage 3 times. So that's the standard rates for the season, same as the refuel rate, 4 litres per second. The available tyres are the soft and medium tyres, no compulsory tyres, all the same situation as a standard round. What has changed though is it is a 60-minute race instead of a 45, 10-minute qualifying. There's a bunch of different strategies on offer tonight, which we saw pretty much all of these last time out in Category 1. So the one stop, Dale Teeks in Group A managed to make it work, came home with a 4th place. On the one stop, so definitely a strategy to watch out for tonight. The 2 stop on the mediums is what most people went for, a solid 998 strategy on the mediums to complete the 27 laps, I believe. Oh no, it would have just been a 999, I believe, off memory. Is that correct, Dartsy?
Yeah, that's right. Just a 999, but some people pushed it a little bit further if they're kinder on fuel and tyres, and can go medium, soft, as a particular burglar, not naming names, did in the Division 1 race and stole P5 off me right at the end.
Yeah, I mean, we answered a valuable question though. What has more grip, burnt out softs or burnt out mediums? But yeah, we'll get to see if anyone else tries to replicate that here tonight. Fuel will usually run you about 11 laps, maybe 12, and if you're on the fuel save, you should be able to get enough for the one stop. So yeah, it's going to be a tricky one. It's the Layout B here at Sainte Croix. So we've never run Layout B in the supercars, the S1 supercars. So back in season 6, when we ran these, I mean, back in the Thrill House days, we've run layout B, but in Sector 1 times, it's only been the layout C in the Sector 1 main series. However, layout B returns. It's going to be a good one. It's a Sector 1 classic. Long straights, heavy braking zones, long sweeping corners. It's just great. You love to see it, honestly. But yeah, I don't think we're too far away from getting things kicked off here. What do you reckon, Artsy?
I'm ready to hit the go button.
Here we go. But yeah, the button has been pressed. It will be a 10-minute qualifying session. We did not go through points either because I completely forgot about the points. But that's okay. I'll give you all a rundown of the points as we get started with this session. But qualifying has begun. And I think the first few drivers do make their way out on track. It's a bit of a weird pit lane, this one. The first driver tonight will be Wartime, who has a glitched livery for me. So does Renegade. I think all of the liveries are glitched for me.
I have them all, though. Not that that helps you.
Yeah. Do we have any cars that have a livery? We have a Lightning car in Malevolent One, who is not in the base car. Why have none of the liveries loaded in? That's what I want to know. And we have a CP car as well in the King, or Aussie Sim Racing, I apologise. But no other liveries, but that's okay. So Wartime for Brocky Sim Racing is leading the way at the moment. The qualifying, I should say. We're not in the race just yet. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Just behind him, we do have Renegade in P2. Good dot there. Third driver out on track. Black Sugar in the Mercedes. Fourth driver out on track at the moment. Debrev, fifth driver out on track. Now, he was a teens points fill-in at St. Croix, and he drove spectacularly, actually. Watch out for him tonight. I reckon he'll be right on the money with qualifying, and especially the race. He's had that practice in Category 1A, and looking to tear things up in this Category 2B field. Looked very strong at Trial Mountain as well, so that's my one to watch tonight. Here is Debrev. Malevolent One, one of the only cars on track with a livery for some reason. Gran Turismo doing Gran Turismo things, but in the Jag, looking to score some key points here tonight. Keza just behind in the BSR Mercedes, and behind him we do have Daz for Doghouse Motorsport. They're in 8th place on the road. King Oscar in the Jamco car. He has a livery as well, which is nice to see. As he makes his way down through the S's, looking to get off the ground and get some crucial points on the board. Not really able to get going this season, unfortunately, but looking to put in a good result tonight. Aussie Sim Racing, the last driver in this 10-car field tonight. We are missing a bunch of drivers. I believe we're missing Nemesis, Bangers and Mash, Prua, and Killer. Otherwise, we have everybody else, as Aussie Sim Racing picks up a half-second penalty there.
It's an interesting strategy for qualifying here. You really only get 2 hot laps. You've got to pretty much send it all the way. But as I found out, you might need a splash of fuel when you come into the pits, which I didn't do, and coasted over the line and cost myself about half a second.
Oh well, things happen. I mean, for some reason, Karen used to call this place the home of Deeds Racing. Don't know why, because a Deeds driver has never won around here, interesting enough. But yeah, so Karen, he's called it the home of Deeds Racing. And some fuel issues at the home of Deeds Racing is not unheard of, let's say. So definitely happens. As Wartime making his way through the final sector now. Tight and technical sector to finish off this lap. You have to be very careful coming down the hill here, and the course sort of falls away from you. It's off camber. It wants to throw you into that wall. Got to fight the understeer of the car as you head down towards the final corner. Late on the brakes, get it turned in. If you miss the apex, it's also off camber and it sucks you into that outside wall. You need to be on the brakes and turning longer than you think, but he's flat out towards the line. And it's a 2:12.1 to start things off, which is a great lap from Wartime. Do we see an 11 from Renegade? No. He can only do a 12.8. Good Doc, 13.1. Black Sugar's into the pits there. 11.1. He's looking on the money. He goes fourth. Keza will be next across the line. P4 for him with a 13.84. Next driver, it will be King Oscar, who goes P6. Dobrev starts his flying lap. As we see Black Sugar. Oh, it was Black Sugar and Aussie Sim Racing. No, Black Sugar and King Oscar there have had a moment. They've had it coming together at the first turn. We'll see if we can catch this one on the LJ Media Action replay. It was quite an interesting incident as the replay is not working for us. That is rather unfortunate, but they continue on for now. We caught the tail end of it, and both of them just went straight on at the first turn. So it could also be potentially a change of wind direction that caught them both out, or they've had it coming together. It's hard to tell, as Wartime is in the wall coming onto the back straight. But yeah, so far, seen a couple of laps coming in. A 12.1 is pretty decent for this 2B
It's a
field.
good banker, isn't it? It's a good start for him.
I believe pole position in category 1A was a 9.6. I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong. It sounds ballpark. But we'll just watch Dobrev at the moment as he embarks on his flying lap at the end of the straight now. Now, that kink halfway down the straight, most of the time, it's going to be a nothing turn. It's just a flat out kink to the right before you stand on the brakes to get it slowed down. But Artsy and myself will be able to give you a bit of a statement here that if you don't have any tyres, that corner very much becomes a corner.
It's not ideal to be on the outside there either.
No. Suddenly, well, you're turning for a corner and then suddenly you're not, as it happens. As Dobrev to pole position at 12.0.
Wow, nice.
Great lap from Dobrev, top of the times. Only just to get that done. As there are a number of drivers who have used their Joker card tonight. So for those of you who are unaware, that does mean that they will be running double points for tonight. In this Group B fields, we have Daz using his Joker card, and I think that's it. I thought there was more, but I believe it's just Daz for tonight. Oh no, and Good Doc. Daz and Good Doc are the two Group B runners of their Joker cards tonight. So 60 points on offer if they take the win, which would give them a nice boost to their championship. Which, yeah, should be good. Will go a long way, I think. Lots of people haven't used it. Yeah,
very popular Jokers for Category 2 this round. It's quite a lot for 2A as well. So I don't know, what do we call it? A chaos of Jokers, perhaps? It's quite a few. A lot of people like this track. It didn't agree with me at first, but yeah, once I did a few laps, it's quite nice. You've got to really concentrate the last sector, particularly the double apex left-hander before the finish. You've got to keep that in tight, and you can save a lot of time there if you knock about an extra 5 k's an hour off the car speed and keep it tight to that apex. You can get a lot more exit speed and a much better lap time out of it.
As we just saw, Aussie Sim Racing and Keza. Aussie Sim Racing was on a flying lap, however Keza was not. Keza's gone straight on to the hairpin at the end of the straight. So, I'm just going to describe what we saw between these two. So Aussie Sim Racing coming over the bridge. It hit the wall on. Oh, as Daz goes to pole position, great lap from him, 7/10 to the good, and 11.3 is a great lap. But yeah, as I was saying, so Aussie Sim Racing hit the wall coming off the bridge, so his lap is already dead. However, he's come around the sweeper onto the back straight, and Keza had hit the wall and was nose out to the outside, blocking the track, and Aussie Sim Racing is run into the side of him there. So,
oh dear.
So this will be the last lap for everybody. So Daz currently on pole position. We have a lot of people heating up. So Dobrev, I don't see him improving. He's a second down in the first sector. Wartime is on a flying lap. So is Renegade. Good dock as well. Keza's done. Malevolent One is on a flying lap. Black Sugar's on a flying lap, and so is King Oscar. So oh no, he's pulling off to the side. So everyone has a chance to improve here. I think it's all eyes on Wartime at the moment. What can he do? The driver out in front.
Good Doc's improving, and he's got a nice toe from, looks like Dobrev down the long straight.
So this could be anyone's pole position, but it's a massive amount of time to find. 8/10 for Wartime, and he's down. So he's not going to find it. He has to find 3 seconds in the last sector to get pole position here. I don't think he's got enough there. Back down to Good Doc. He is up on his time, but only marginally. Oh, as he runs a little wide over the ripple strip down towards the final corner. Late under brakes using all the track width on entry. Clips the apex, wide on exit. Tucking in behind for that slipstream from Dobrev. He needs every 100th he can get. Improves his time, but not his position. Stays 5th place. As Black Sugar to P3, that's a great lap from him. 2 thousandths behind Dobrev there. Very tight margins. As we see the final few drivers crossing the line. It will be Dobrev, Malevolent One, the last car to cross, but he is well and truly down as well. So I believe that is everything for qualifying. As we just have a look at the race result, qualifying results, I should say, of that session. Very interesting. We saw Daz take the pole position. P1 for him, 11.3. Stonking lap. That's comparable to Category 1 pace. Dobrev there in P2. 7/10 astray. Black Sugar 3rd. Wartime in 4th. Renegade 5th. Good Doc in 6th. Aussie Sim Racing, I should say, in 7th. Keza in 8th. 11/1 9th. And King Oscar will be starting in 10th spot. So, what are your thoughts on that qualifying session there, Artsy?
I think it'll make for a really interesting race. We've got the Corvettes 1 and 2 at the top, with a few AMGs behind. And we know the AMGs are traditionally quite good on their fuel and tyres. So we might see a couple of those guys sit back and threaten for the lead later in the race.
Yeah, it should be a good one. 1 hour is a long time on the racetrack. Anything can happen. I mean, even in our Category 1A race, we saw some carnage, some top guys getting taken out by some hardware issues. It's a lot of load on the gear, so you've got to be in it to win it. And I think this Category 2B field, it's very unpredictable field. So we'll just have to see how things go. I'm just attempting to fix the action replay for us before we go racing. Just a couple of technical issues. It should hopefully fix the liveries issue for us as well. Yeah, it's rather unfortunate, but these things happen. It's not a good night for Gran Turismo, unfortunately. Just a couple of issues that's plaguing the early stages of this broadcast. Okay, so I'm just going to join back to the lobby. But yeah, what are your predictions for the race, Artsy? Who's on your podium?
Oh, look, I'd like to see the. It's hard to go against Daz, to be honest. He's thrown a really solid qualifying time out there, but it'll be interesting. I think the AMGs will still be a dark horse. I dare say a Black Sugar, Wartime, and Daz on the podium.
Yeah, that's a good call. I joined the lobby and we were about to get starting for racing, and then my game crashed. So we'll have to wait another minute. Apologies, everyone. But yeah, while we've got the time, I'll just go through the current points situation for us. As I believe... okay, so this is the order that the championship is currently in. So Daz is P1 with 59 points. Second place is Killer on the Loose, who is absent for tonight. Black Sugar there in third place. Renegade in fourth. Prua in fifth, who is also absent. Aussie Sim Racing in sixth. Wartime seventh. Debrev in eighth. Good Dog ninth. Bangers and Mash in 10th, who is also absent. King Oscar in 11th. Malevolent One 12th. Keza 13th, and Archangel there is in 14th place and is also absent from tonight. So yeah, very, very interesting. We have lots of people who have pole positions and podiums. Been shaking things up this season. Category 2B been anything but predictable, it must be said. And yeah, things close up the top of the championship. Let's see what they can do. As I'm just joining back to the lobby. Here's hoping Gran Turismo wants to play ball today. Do the liveries work? I think I've got half the grid, which is annoying. I'll just leave and do it one more time. We want to try and get all the liveries on the grid. All of our livery designers have put in a lot of work this season, and we want to see him on stream. Gran Turismo doing Gran Turismo things. We did have a couple of issues earlier today with the PlayStation Network, but hopefully they've sorted them all out. It looks like we've got a couple of gremlins still. As still missing 3 cars. All right, whatever. We'll just run it with how it is. I think that's the best we can do. And what do you say we get started here, Artsy?
Let's kick it off.
Hopefully it's just a visual glitch and the liveries are actually there. That's all we can do and pray. But yeah, grid start. Roaring V8s. Should be a great race. Here we go. They're lined up on the grid and waiting. As the light sequence begins. 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights. 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're out and racing here at Circuit de Sainte-Croix B. And down towards the first turn. The Mercedes of Renegade gets off to a blistering start. Debrev around the outside. He's going to get Daz to the first turn, I think. Can Daz hold it? Late under brakes. He manages to get through nice and tidy. Oh, as we see, Wartime a little bit wide there on exit. Up the hill now. As Debrev manages to sweep around the outside and take the lead into the first turn. Deep under brakes, gets it turned in. Very clean race start. You love to see it.
It is. Love to see it. So it gets interesting in this downhill S's.
Yeah, this is the part where things can go wrong here. And across the bridge, everyone keeps it nice and smooth. But yeah,
Well
the
done
two
to
Corvettes
everyone.
out front, yeah, very, very
Oh.
tidy race start.
All of that practice we do with the safety car procedure and haven't used it once.
Yeah. Which, yeah, to date, we've only had 2 safety cars being called, and there was one in Group 1B last week out here at Circuit de Sainte-Croix. And we also had one, the first one ever called in a live Sector 1 race. It was at Trial Mountain in Category 1A in sprint number 2. So, yeah. How many will we get this season? I think drivers are a little bit intimidated by the VSC, so they just keeping things a little bit more tidy, which I guess, yeah, it's a procedure, and so far it's worked nice and well. So, yeah, that's all we'll say to that. So yeah, as predicted, we are missing a couple of liveries from the stream, which is really annoying, but that happens as
Oh, we've lost Renegade. Ooh.
Yes, we have.
Not catastrophic though, thankfully.
Yeah, clambers into the fence. We'll see if we can catch that on LJ Media Action Replay. As what happened here is he came down the hill. Does he lose the rear? Oh yes, just under acceleration. The rear's just stepped down on him and he slides into the wall. Luckily, not a bad slide, and he's able to keep it going after only losing 2 positions. Now, is this a glitch, or does Daz's car have like white noise scribbled all over it?
It must be a glitch. It's perfectly clear in that beautiful zero-turn livery on my screen.
In the doghouse car, Daz.
Oh, in the doghouse, Daz. No, his is also clear.
What on
No
earth is going on
dramas there.
here? So what is going on with Daz's car? Like, if you want to have a look at the stream real quick, Artsy, half of his
Get that
car
up.
is like white noise, random colors, gibbled everywhere. I don't think that is the artistic style that Daryl was going for. It's interesting.
Oh yeah,
but-
that is quite unique, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never seen that ever. But he's gone for the lead. Late under brakes. Can he get it pulled up? Oh, yes, just about.
Oh, he's got it.
Takes the lead of the race. Great stuff from the doghouse driver. And Dobrev, I don't think he's out of it just yet. What can he do? Is he going to come back at him? I don't think any other liveries are glitched in that manner either, which is interesting. Every other livery is perfect. Wartime's car is missing his livery, and Daz's car is missing half his livery.
Half of it.
What on earth is going on? But Daz says the fastest lap of the race, a 2:13.6, which for race pace is very rapid, if I do say so. So the question I have now, Artsy, is do we have a mixed compound throughout the field, or is everyone on the same compound of tyre?
We do not. Everyone is on mediums.
Yes. Very
Though,
interesting.
like we touched on a little bit earlier, there's still different strategies within running the medium. So you can either conserve fuel a bit and push each of those first 2 stints longer and give yourself an option to have softs at the end. Or if you're a bit harder on your tyres, you're just looking at running 20 minutes, changing the tyres, 20 minutes, and then sending it to the end.
Yeah, there's a couple of different ways to get to the 60 minutes. Oh, as we have lost Keza, which is not ideal. We'll see if we can catch that on the replay. I think I've messed it up. Apologies, guys. So I don't think we'll see what happened to him. But he has been disconnected from the session. So that'll be the end of his night. So the BSR car, there's just something with the Brocky cars at this round. Terrible disaster for all all three cars.
Mechanicals
so far.
all round.
Yeah, I mean the only car that's still on it is Wartime. In the Category 1A race, you had Brocky with a multitude of in-car errors and failures. You saw him a lap down by the checkered flag, but he did get a bonus point for the fastest lap. Sway's had an early incident in the Category 1A race as well, so that dropped him way down the order. And we've just had the disconnect from Keza. So the last Brocky Sim Racing car still in the race at the moment is Wartime. As I think... not hearing any word from Keza at the moment. So Daz has stretched his legs a little bit, and he's helped a little bit at the moment by the fact that Dobrev has just picked up a half-second penalty, which I believe he did at the first turn. Yeah,
He'll lose that toe.
Well, he's already lost it. 1.3 seconds behind. I think from here, Daz just needs to stretch his legs and keep popping in those consistent laps. Good Doc on the podium at the moment. He's running a great race. He'll be happy with that as he heads onto the bridge now. As we're seeing Wartime chase him down over the bridge. Just half a second separating these guys in the early stages of this race. Lap number 4. We're planning on getting about 26, 27 laps out of this one. It should... I mean, Daz should get 27 laps, but the whole field may be a little bit... question will be in their minds whether they get 26 or 27. Because I think...
play into your fuel strategy a little bit at the end. You're looking at the timer and your laps remaining and decide whether to push it or not.
Yeah, I mean, for me, last race, I was able to get 6 laps out of a set of softs, and that 6th lap was close to dead. So that extra lap, it can be the difference between nailing your strategy and just hanging back a lap less, being able to throw on a soft at the end maybe. But it does also reward going a little bit longer in your stints as well. If someone's able to go 11 laps instead of 9, definitely gives them a bit more strategic freedom when the checkered flag comes, and around that 20 minutes to go by.
Renegade is in the fence. He's got some damage.
See what happened here for him. See if we can catch that on the LJ Media Action replay. Came into the last turn. He already had some damage on his car coming into this and just lost the rear end. Overcorrected and speared into the fence. So Renegade really struggling in this race today. Not having a good time. As Daz, I said he needs to stretch his legs, but he's put 4 seconds or 3.5 seconds on Dobrev on that last lap alone. Dobrev did a 2:16.1 while Daz did a 13 flat, which is rapid for medium's race pace. And I'd imagine from here, he's just going to stretch his lead. Very dominant early stage of the race for Daz, but still a long way to go. We're only 10 minutes in. But anything can happen. Rev barreling down the back straight at the moment. Good Dog with Wartime hanging just behind it. Will we see a move from the BSR driver? He pulls to the inside. Early under brakes, trying to get that switch back. Good Dog covers it off nicely. You see Black Sugar waiting in the wings as well.
So being 10 minutes in, we're about halfway through that first stint. I think we should take the time for a quick tyre and fuel update. What do you think?
I think that's a great idea, Artsy. Let's get into it.
Righto, let's start with Daz out front. And he's looking quite comfortable. He's got about half a tank of fuel, and he hasn't done too much damage out of his tyres. His front left is looking the worst, but probably only about 20% wear. So he's looking very solid and very smooth. Behind him we have Dobrev with a similar amount of fuel remaining, but probably about another 5 to 10% more wear on that front left tyre. As we see the Good Doc and Wartime battling for third position. Good Doc holding on the inside as Wartime gets him around the outside. Good driving. So Wartime on his tyres looking very good, as most of those AMG runners do. His tyres are looking very evenly worn, and his fuel is just under half a tank now. The Good Doc in the Jag got twice the amount of tyre wear, probably looking above 30 to 40% there on that front left, and a similar fuel to the others. Black Sugar is again very good on tyres in the AMG, and a little bit better on fuel than the others ahead of him, so he's looking quite comfortable at this stage. Aussie Sim Racing, same again with those tyres at about 25%, but quite a bit more fuel. He's got about an eighth of a tank more fuel than the others, so good. Perhaps he might be looking at a longer stint on these mediums. Malevolent 1 in 7th, absolutely has a problem with tyres. He hates tyres. He's about 70% worn on that front left, and he's just waiting for that first pit stop, I think. And behind him, the King Oscar on much better tyres, holding a tighter line. It's probably only a matter of 2 or 3 corners before he takes advantage of that tyre delta. And as he's gone up the inside into the final turn, they're going side by side into turn 1. Let's see. And he makes the pass. And we've got Renegade down in 9th, looking comfortable with fuel and tyres, so he'll be upset he had those couple of early mistakes, but we still have plenty of time left in the race for him to make up time, so looking pretty good all round.
Thank you, Artsy, and thank you to APR Automotive for the tyre and fuel update. With APR Automotive, you are in safe hands. But we return to the front of the fields with Daz, who has extended his gap to 6.5 seconds over Dobrev at the moment. Low 13s for the entire stint so far. Dobrev just etching into the 14s onto the last few laps. Wartime 3 seconds behind, currently 2 seconds ahead of Good Doc, who has mirrors full of Black Sugar. As Black Sugar aims to chase him down. Let's see what he can do as they head down the back straight now. That Jag, it does have straight line superiority over the Mercedes. However, the Mercedes, in some situations, it is the better race car, better on tyres, better on fuel. So I think Black Sugar is going to be looking to try and get past Good Doc as soon as possible and use that strategic advantage to get himself in a favourable spot in this race. Trying to find a way through at the moment. Good Doc looking very loose through that tight and technical section there. Running a little bit wide there, Good Doc. The door opens up for Black Sugar to slip on by, and he will go up to P4. They're neck and neck. Good Dog has just enough straight line speed to pull back into in front of Black Sugar. Will Black Sugar keep it pinned under brakes? Oh, is there contact there? If there wasn't, they were very close to it. Through turn 2 and down towards the hairpin of turn 3. One of the trickiest corners on this track here. Trying to turn and brake at the same time. Trying to trail brake in. Don't miss the apex. Get it turned up the hill before the track falls away on the outside. Black Sugar trying to come back at Good Dog. He's not going to get alongside through the S's. Gets it pulled up. As Black Sugar looking to make a pass on Good Dog. Just showing the nose. All this battling is also bringing Aussie Sim Racing into the battle. Black Sugar's CP Motorsports teammate. Through the sweeper, down onto the back straight. Good Dog, not the best of exits, yeah. Black Sugar pulls up behind him. Goes for the move, he's gonna try and get it done. Through the kink. Oh, as they're rubbing on each other. I think Black Sugar's, he's trying to get alongside, but that straight line speed of the Jag is just too much. Good Dog under defense, looking for the switchback here. Here's Black Sugar. Doesn't open up for him.
Good clean racing from these guys.
It is.
Love to see it.
Good to watch. Down the hill now. Oh, is Black Sugar a little wide? Can he get him into the last corner? He's thinking about it. Doesn't go for it this time. Good Dog. They've made a little bit of contact on the apex, actually. A little bit of a bump. Black Sugar eager to get on by the Jag. Shows the nose once again into the first turn. This must be so frustrating for Black Sugar. He knows he has the pace over Good Dog, but the straight line speed of the Jag, it just makes it impossible for him to pass at the moment. And we're not putting it all down to the car either. This is some superb defensive driving from the Good Dog. Gets on his rear quarter
this might get
panel.
interesting here.
Is he going to try around the outside?
Is he trying to move into the Sways S's?
Oh. He has to back out of it, which I think is a smart move there. Aussie Sim Racing is right up under his rear bumper as well. So will we see the two CP cars invert? I think we will.
Are they going to help each other? I don't think they will. Will we see some bump drafting perhaps? Not here.
Oh, they both go wide.
Oh.
Into the sweeper. Very hard to know your line through here. No references to really apex the corner, but you want to clip it late, run it wide, try and fight the understeer of the car and get the power down early. So Good Dog, he's found something here, and he manages to pull 7/10 on Black Sugar there. So not the best of exits from the CP driver, but under brakes, he reels that in. How much time did he gain under brakes there? Wow. Good Dog just a little bit hesitant on the brake pedal, but Black Sugar says thank you very much and dips it in. Late under brakes, gets it stopped.
So we're on lap 9, and when Daz goes by again, we'll see our first pit stops. Dobrev is in. Wartime is in.
Oh, as Black Sugar's run on the back of Good Dog. It's all gone wrong. That's
Is he
less than
pitting? No,
ideal.
Good Dog's going another lap.
So Black Sugar has run up the back of Good Dog, which is not what you want to see. We'll see if we can catch that on the LJ Media Action replay. So into the final corner. I think Black Sugar just misjudged his braking, but it was really strange because why is he going full pelt into that corner anyway if he plans to pit? I think he just lost the rear end under brakes.
Oh, he has.
But he had he had a lot of tyres and a lot of fuel left over. So why did he pit? Oh my goodness, that's that one's a very interesting incident. But what that means is that Aussie Sim Racing has skipped on by Good Doc and up into P2 there for Aussie Sim Racing.
And he has a ton of fuel left. He's got over a quarter of a tank left. He's saved a lot of fuel sitting at the back of that battle and just short shifting, and is looking really comfortable at the moment. He might push this stint a long way, maybe even a one-stopper.
Yeah. Daz under brakes into the hairpin. Since Dobrev pit, he is now 18 seconds ahead of the next closest driver, which is Aussie Sim Racing at the moment. So, interesting you say maybe Aussie Sim Racing on the one stop here, because if he's still got over a quarter of a tank, he's come 22 minutes, which is almost as far as he needs to come for that amount of fuel. So I reckon he's definitely got to be looking at the one stop at this point of the race. Daz is in. But yeah, Good Doc's fallen off 4 seconds to Aussie Sim Racing, so I'd say he's a little bit tyre compromised here. Will Good Doc go 11?
I don't think so. He's
No.
pretty low on fuel, and in he comes.
So King Oscar is up to 4th. He peels into the pits, and then it will be Dobrev P5.
So
So
we have
Aussie
also
Sim Racing.
Daz, our leader, into the pits, and Aussie Sim Racing taking over the lead.
Daz returns to the race, and the gap between him and Dobrev stays out to just over 7 seconds. Oh, about 6 seconds between those two. So I think Dobrev has definitely gained time with his pit strategy. However, Daz is going to have the tyre advantage for the rest of the stint, which does go a long way. As Renegade gets thrown straight into the middle of this battle here as well. As Wartime trying to make his way through the Hooncorp driver. Now, how's Renegade doing for tyres and fuel? Is he going to be in soon, do you think?
His tyres are fine, but yeah, fuel-wise, he may get another lap. The fuel lights just come on, so yeah, we'll see. He could potentially squeeze another lap in, but I think he might come in this lap.
So Aussie Sim Racing, I think if he really is going for the one stop, this is going to be a great drive. And definitely in the chat for driver of the day in this 2B field. That's just a long way to come. He's sitting in a prime position here. He was effectively on the podium, overtaking Good Doc before pit stop situation happened. And then now, if he goes around again, I think he will, yeah. So he's definitely got to be going for the one stop here.
Yeah, it takes a lot of discipline. It takes, you know, you're not pushing it, takes a bit of the fun out of it. But he's been consistent with his lap times. And I think he was really smart with sitting behind that battle with his teammates and just saved a bit of extra fuel. And I think he'll be really well positioned after his pit stop.
As Renegade peels into the pits, he's gone 25 minutes on that set of tyres. I believe the only driver yet to pit at the moment is Aussie Sim Racing, who is currently 17 seconds ahead of the leader before the stops. That was Daz.
Yeah, he'll comfortably do a one stop. His fuel light isn't on yet. We're on lap 12, so he'll easily get 13 laps for sure. Maybe even 14.
Which that's a great effort from Aussie Sim Racing. 13 laps, 14 laps on a stint is no easy feat, that's for sure. Things have calmed down a little bit here in this Category 2B race. Yeah, a bit of no man's land for most of the drivers here. I'm just riding on board with Level 1 at the moment, who is crossing the bridge. Oh, as Aussie Sim Racing has spun.
Oh no!
Wow. That's very. It's not ideal.
You might say.
Suboptimal is exactly the word I was looking for. So what's happened here? So he's come through a hairpin and then. Oh, he's clipped the gravel and it speared him into the wall. Oh, that's disaster.
No.
He's lost about 10 seconds because of that.
All that hard work.
Which I know what it's like. Made a mistake this very race last week. And I guess ultimately it cost me a podium. But will it be a similar fate for Aussie Sim Racing? It's lost about 10 seconds because of that spin. And that's really gonna put a dent in his armor here. I think otherwise he would have been looking pretty for a podium, but it's going to be a tall order now. I imagine he'll come out close to the back, but when everyone else makes their pit stop, he'll drop right into that gap between Good Doc and Black Sugar, which there is 13 seconds between those guys. The race is far from over. Still dropping absolute heat in his Corvette. He is just chasing down Aussie Sim Racing here as well. Rev currently P3, and he will inherit second place when Aussie Sim Racing eventually decides to pull the pin and come in, whether that's this lap or next lap. Wartime is just 4 seconds off the back of Dobrev, around the halfway mark of this race. So he's driving well here tonight. As I think Aussie Sim Racing's made another mistake here, as Daz has closed down another 1.5 seconds on this lap alone.
Well, he's running on fumes.
Yeah. I was going to ask that, is he either tyre compromised or fuel compromised? But there's our answer. So I imagine we'll see him. And only a second separating those guys when he makes the call. Oh, he's really close to the entry line there, so could be on for a 3-second penalty on exit. But now the interesting question is, where does he come out in the order? He's given up a lot of time to make that strategy work. But what's the narrative? Where does he fall into line? He's still only 40% fuel, so he's going to come out a long way around the back. As he only puts 90% of fuel in for 14 laps of racing, unless that seems like not a lot of fuel. He's only done 13 laps in the first stint, so he should have 14 to go.
Interesting strategy.
Could this have been a strategic blunder from the CP car. 90%, that just doesn't seem like enough to get home on. Really have to make a late splash and dash. If you do, then it's basically holding your hands up and saying you messed up. That's not a lot of fuel.
It'll be interesting to see how he goes. Maybe he's a little upset with himself and he's thought, nah, stuff it on. I want to have some fun at the end and throw some softs on for the last 5 laps.
Yeah, that's a weird strategy from Aussie Sim Racing. Because now he's 40 seconds off the lead. He's probably not got enough fuel. You can hear him already shifting very low. I don't know. It's going to be one to watch. We've just got to see how he copes. Good Doc P5 at the moment. No man's land, 13 seconds ahead, 10 seconds behind. It's pretty evenly spread amongst Deprev, Wartime and Black Sugar here. 4 seconds separates each of them, where these guys also sit 8 seconds off the back of your race leader, Daz, at the moment.
And Daz was one of our Joker card guys, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's looking to make maximum usage of the Joker card. Good Doc was the other Joker card user, and P5 is not too shabby for a Joker card pick. Yeah, not much to say about the race at the moment. It's
Oh, Malevolence just run wide. As you say that, onto the dirt. You might want to grab a replay.
Let's have a look what happened here. He was just ahead of King Oscar here. Coming into turn 3 late on the race. Oh, he flipped the grass on entry and then just set him up to run wide on the exit of turn 3. Not a great maneuver by Malevolent One. There's really nothing to say about this race at the moment. It's the closest battle on track is between King Oscar and Malevolent One, but yeah, Malevolent One just drove off the road before, so
he's not a fan of tyres, is he, Malevolent? He's absolutely destroying them again. I wonder if he's running my tune.
Well, was your tune good on tyres?
It was. But there's a lot of... Oh, as he runs a little wide there. There's, as you know, there's a lot in it. Even just taking a 2 to 3 kilometers an hour off on some of the corners, make sure your tyres aren't screeching away. You don't really lose too much lap speed, but you gain a lot in your tyre life, particularly at the start of the stint when your tyres are cold. You want to sort of let them come up to temperature because once they're up there and they get start overheating, then they can fall off a cliff really quickly. So you've got to look after them at the start of the stint, and you can make that time up at the end. But it's not looking good for Malevolent. He's how many laps into this stint are we? Pitted lap 9. We're on lap 16. He'll be almost on the canvas, I think, by the time he pits again.
Yeah. It's interesting that you say that about just driving a little bit less than what you possibly could. This track, it's very inviting to that sort of driving style as well. This track, it rewards those who drive at about 90%. It's a very fast and flowing track. And if you're able to just take off a little bit of that entry speed, you'll make it up through the corners and on exit. So I guess the quickest way around the track is to be very smooth and saving your tyres. Which, speaking of driving smooth and saving your tyres, this man up front, Daz, starts lap 17 of this race. He's 10 seconds to the good. He is having a wonderful day out here at Sainte-Croix in the French countryside.
Well, that gap to wartime has closed a little bit. It was out at 4 seconds, and it's brought it back into almost 3. So as Debrev's tyres start to go off a little bit, wartime's in much better shape with his, so he might start making up a bit of ground. And he just did his fastest lap of the race on the previous lap, so wartime definitely starting to push a bit harder as he's set another personal best first sector.
Yeah. Will he be able to chase down Debrev? It's going to be a tight one. Under 3 seconds now, so Debrev not had a good sector there. But the straight line speed of the Corvette, it is going to help him through this fast section of the track. Oh, it was wartime. Big moment, big slide.
We've got some action for 8th and 9th, Malevolent and Renegade. Renegade has recovered from those earlier incidents he had, and is right on Malevolent now, coming into the Sways S's.
Oh, it was Malevolent one running a little wide. That may leave him a little bit vulnerable from Renegade. Renegade just trying to find a way through at the moment. It's not quite opening up for him like he would have hoped.
If he just gives it another lap, Malevolent's going to have no front left.
Yeah, well, you can see it just there, and Malevolent one with the understeer, he just slides off the track, or slides off about to, and he has to get out of the boot to avoid keeping it out of the wall, and Renegade just slips on by into the braking zone of the hairpin. So gets that done. Up into P8 goes Renegade. Now, will Malevolent one pit this lap, or I think really he's got to go another lap, you'd think.
Well, we're on lap 18. Where are we? Almost at the 40-minute mark. If he doesn't go another lap, he'll be in a world of pain. I mean, if he does go another lap, he'll be in a real world of hurt. He might as well hop out and walk around the track because he's got no tyres on. Oh, he's going around again. This could get interesting.
2.5 separates Debrev and Wartime at the moment. As Robert Gunnawan has put in the chat, Antelope and Wolf. Well, there's no anteloping tonight, and there's no wolfing tonight, as Daz has completely run away with this. 12 seconds to the good at the moment. You could almost have 2 spins and still be in the lead of the race at this point.
As Malevolent runs wide, and that front left is totally gone.
He's not having a good time. there's a big battle on track at the moment. It's between these two. It's about to heat up. It's Dobrev versus Wartime. We're on lap 18, so we are also getting close to the pit window for these guys. I believe they both did 10 laps on their first stint. Actually, no. Wartime did 9. So is he in this lap?
Dobrev is
Yes,
in.
he is. They're both
Wartime is in. Ooh, how are we for fuel? Dobrev slightly better on fuel.
Good doc. Currently P5. So how's Aussie Sim Racing going for fuel here, Artsy?
He's got over half a tank.
So
Just over half a tank.
lap 13 was when he came in, so he's done 5 laps.
Yeah. He's not
Just
getting
over
to the
half a
end, I
tank.
don't think.
90%. I mean, just over half a tank. 45 is where he should be at the halfway mark. 45% fuel on lap, end of lap 20 is what he should be on. Is it possible? Maybe.
It's possible. If he gets a nice tow, he's right in behind Dobrev at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, he's right there. It's just going to be a case of holding on to his fuel and tyres. Seeing what he can do from this position, I think Wartime's right there as well. It's going to be hard to hold on to it, I think.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. He's probably lost about 15 seconds with those mistakes he had, and he would have been in much better shape 15 seconds down the road and having these guys having to push a bit harder to catch up. But he's just going to hang on, see how far he can hang on now, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Aussie Sim Racing, he's not doing too bad here. He's, I think Dobrev is just driving a little off the pace to get those tyres into their ideal operating temperature, but Aussie Sim Racing is keeping pace with him at this stage of the race.
As our leader comes into the pits.
I imagine he's going to come out well and truly ahead of everyone here.
Yeah, I think he'll even make up ground. He had done better on fuel as well. So it's been an absolute clinic from Daz so far. With it, we don't want to give him the commentator's curse, but he's put on a real good drive.
Yeah. So the gap between Daz and Dobrev's out to 16 seconds. Just under 15 now, as they head through the first turn. So, puts things into perspective. Daz driving absolutely spectacularly today. As Wartime tries to chase down Aussie Sim Racing, he's gained a second on that last lap there. Just those much fresher tyres, he's going to be able to rip through. Oh, as Wartime has spun it.
Oh
Ooh.
dear.
You see him as he came over the bridge and just over that bump, lit up the rears,
tricky spot.
flipped the grass and spun it, and then
That little bump gets you.
Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, I actually made a last minute tune to my car and I reduced the compression on the front springs just to help it handle that that bump a little better. But yeah, it's before that, it's pretty much hit or miss whether the car takes it or not. Wartime down to 5th. Sorry, Deborah, but Wartime has had a bit of a moment. I was just saying that he should make quick work of Aussie Sim Racing, and he makes that error. Does up front, 14 seconds to the goods. Dobrev, 2 seconds ahead of Aussie Sim Racing still. That's definitely going to ease the pressure off Aussie Sim Racing.
Absolutely, it'll help his chances for a podium for sure.
So how much fuel is he on now? Because that's
He is on... Oh... He's on about a third of a tank left. Probably a bit over.
I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He's really got to start trying to save. Because, as I said before, at this stage of the race, you'd probably want to be about 45% fuel at the start of this lap. By now, probably
he's
close
at
to
about
40.
Yeah. At best.
Yeah. I mean, he's halfway around the lap, so he could go for it. Could be on it. Not out of the realm of impossibility.
Gee, the time he loses to Dobrev down the straight, he lost over half a second.
Yeah. Probably just flicking it up a couple of fuel maps to try and conserve a little bit. Are we seeing much lifting and coasting from Aussie Sim Racing here?
Let's go on board and take a look, shall we? Yeah, we are. Yep.
There's only 3 lights lighting up on his dashboard before he's shifting up a gear. King Oscar is into pits with possibly 5 laps remaining.
He's one that should be able to put softs on.
Yeah.
Make a bit of a push towards the end. Aussie Sim Racing is going to start coming under pressure from his teammate now.
Will he make it easy for him? Will they do a clean switch? Surely you would. He's your teammate, you're on different strats. Surely you just let him go.
Multi-21.
Oh, he's pushing him actually. Wow. Different kind of teamwork here. I think Black Sugar is going to try and help Aussie Sim Racing with a little bit of his straight line speed and just push him down the straights. Help him conserve a bit of fuel.
Let's have a look. Oh no, he's indicating. No.
As the 2 CP cars side by side. Leonardo brakes it. Oh, has he gone off the track? Black Sugar.
Oh no.
Oh. He's a long way off. Oh. Close your eyes, Chase. That's not what you want to see. As he came into the braking zone and he just lost the rear and slid off the track into the gravel trap. And he loses the position to Wartime as well. So Wartime back into the mix here. 3.5 seconds. Oh, Aussie Sim Racing, he's made the call.
Oh dear.
He underfueled. We knew he had, but he peels into the pits. It's going to be interesting to see if he takes tyres here or just fuel. Yes, he will take fresh tyres. He's throwing on slicks, I believe. Well, it would be slicks. Sorry, softs. How much fuel is he putting in? He only needed to...
Gee, oh dear.
Somebody get on the phone to him. There's only 9 minutes left. What's he putting 60% of fuel in his car for?
So the King Oscar went with mediums for that last stint. So he's on a fresh set of mediums with about 5 laps to go.
And Aussie Sim Racing
went the softs.
Yeah. Oh dear. Strategic disaster from CP here. As went to go invert the cars. Black Sugar's run off the track. Aussie Sim Racing, who did 13 laps in the first stint, he's under fuel, had to come in for another stint. And there's 5 laps to go and he's got softs on. Where can he pull it back to? He's just ahead of, just behind Good Dog at the moment.
Renegade's still got a pit stop to make.
Hang on, does he? There's only 5 laps left. How much fuel's he got?
About half a lap.
Okay. Maybe if he stopped his fuel usage by about 10-fold, he might make it to the end.
So we'll see in a couple laps or probably in about a lap time if the Good Doc can hold off Aussie Sim Racing on the fresher tyres.
So I think Wartime is in a little bit of trouble here. He's got Black Sugar behind him, I should say. He's currently on the podium, so despite his earlier spin, he is currently sitting in the podium place. So he's doing a great job here, Wartime. And I think after the race he's had tonight, a podium would be a spectacular result. But it's nowhere near over, as Black Sugar, after his spin off the track, he's now 3 seconds behind Wartime, and that's the situation as we head into the final 7 or 6 minutes here. As Renegade comes out behind Aussie Sim Racing. Aussie Sim Racing does get ahead of Good Doc there. We'll see if we can catch that move on the LJ Media Action replay. It was behind into the first turn. And then Good Doc just... Oh, he's led through actually. Okay. Good bit of sportsmanship from Good Doc. But yeah, lets him through before turn 2. And they continue on.
There's not much in the way of battles, is there? We've all got quite a bit of time in between them. It's really just down to whether if Black Sugar's got some pace to close that gap on Wartime for the podium, I think.
Yeah.
Aussie Sim Racing's not making up 19 seconds.
That's a long time. And it's interesting the way that this race has actually panned out. There's a lot of space between the drivers, which doesn't make the fact that we've only got 10 guys on the grid, doesn't make it any better. But yeah, Wartime, is he going to run out of tyres? Is the timer going to finish before Black Sugar can chase him down? There's a 1.5 seconds between them as Black Sugar clips the wall, and that extends out by another half second. 2 seconds to Wartime at the moment. Will we see some late drama between these two? I think Wartime's struggling for grip at this stage of the race. I don't think he's got enough to hold off from Black Sugar. What is their tyre differential between these two guys?
There is a little bit. Black Sugar's tyres, he's got about, I'd say about 20% tyre wear, whereas Wartime's at about 30 to 40%. So there's definitely a tyre delta for Black Sugar on the fresher tyres, and he is slowly closing that gap. So I think we've got probably 2 more laps.
Yeah, I think so.
2 or 3 more laps, maybe 3 laps to go. It's 1.5 seconds down now, so I think this is going to heat up.
These guys should definitely get the 27 laps. It's just where the checker flag falls. I think it's only going to be the top 4 that get that 27th lap. It's going to be touch and go for Aussie Sim Racing, Good Doc and Renegade. I think King Oscar and Malevolent One destined to 26, which I think for Malevolent One he'll be glad that checker flag comes a lap sooner.
That's the gap between Wartime and Black Sugar goes under a second now.
Because they both run real wide down the hill. Seems like Wartime's definitely got Black Sugar under acceleration, but mid-corner and corner, like at the end of the straight.
He loves that fence there, doesn't he?
He does. Flips it again. Loses that slipstream range. It's not doing him any favours that he's chased down for Wartime here. There's 2 to go. Actually, I think it's only going to be the top 4 that get this extra lap. I think the first driver to finish will be Aussie Sim Racing. Looking at the time delta, as I think Black Sugar is just that gap to Wartime. It's not coming down anymore. Is the tyre advantage still there, or is he burnt up a little bit more trying to chase down Wartime?
Yeah, it's definitely still there. It's even got better. Wartime's tyres have really gone off.
Because that's just a testament to the way he's driving at the moment, extending that gap to Black Sugar, despite being tyre compromised.
But I think those dirty tyres are hurting Black Sugar if he just avoids running wide on that final turn, because he lost quite a lot of time in turn 1 with those dirty tyres on the outside. So I think if he keeps it a little bit tidier this lap, he might give himself a chance for a podium. Let's see.
These guys are going to get another lap here.
Does keep it tidier.
It's going to be way closer than I thought, actually. He's only made it by 3 seconds. First driver to cross the line will be his teammate, Aussie Sim Racing, who is rounding the final corner now. The checker flag is out. And he will cross the line. And P5 for him. Good Doc will finish P6. Good haul of points for him with the Joker card being played. Renegade 7th. It will
That's a good recovery from Renegade after that those incidents at the start.
Yeah, it is. Very well done. Next across the line will be King Oscar, who rounds the final corner now. He's had a race, and he will cross the line. P8 for him. Then behind him, we do have Malevolent One, who will have a corner to go. It's a turn for the final corner. His tyres screaming in agony as he barrels down towards the finish line. Happy to see the checkered flag, I think. Not a fun race with his tyres. But the gap between Wartime and Black Sugar at the moment, 1.9 seconds. So I think Wartime, he's pulled the rabbit out of the hat and somehow managed to hold on. But it's not over yet. Daz rounds the final corner, a 20-second lead for him. Very dominant race.
Pole position, fastest lap, and the race win. Well done, Daz.
And a Joker card too. What more can you say? Great race from Daz. Dobrev rounds the final corner. He'll come home to finish P2. He'll be happy with this one. It's been a long time since Dobrev's been on the podium. Great race for him. P2. Wartime, he is going to hold on. P3. Great race for the BSR driver. Another podium to his tally. And Black Sugar, P4. Great race from him. But wow, that was a great race. Love to see it. We'll just have a look at the race results real quick. So, this is there's not the race results. That is... So there's our race results. So Daz finishes P1, as Artsy said, pole position, fastest lap, and the race win. Dobrev finishes second, 20 seconds astray. Wartime completes the podium. Black Sugar there in fourth. Aussie Sim Racing in fifth. Good Doc sixth. Renegade seventh. The King Oscar in eighth. 11-1 ninth. And Keza unable to finish the race. The sole DNF for tonight, unfortunately. But yeah, that's everything she wrote for this Adelaide Ceramic Coatings Category 2B race. So who's your driver of the day there, Artsy?
Gee, it's a tough call. I think Wartime had a very eventful race and recovered for a podium, and I think he kept it interesting for us too as commentators. He it was the round battles all race, and he recovered from those incidents and managed to stick it on the podium. So I think for me, apart from the obvious demolition that Daz did for the race, I think Wartime for driver of the day for me.
Yeah, that's a good call. I think my driver of the day, I think I'm going to give it to Dobrev. We saw a glimpse of it last week in Category 1A. He drove brilliantly there, great qualifying for him in that event, and he's carried it over this week. But yeah, great race from Dobrev. He gets my drive of the day. Many drive of the day nominations in the chat for Wartime as well. We see one from Brocky and Deborah Fish. Deborah says, drive of the day Wartime. I'm very biased. Yes, it is a little bit biased, but it's a well-deserved drive of the day nomination nonetheless. Yeah, very good race. Was a little bit went missing in the midpoint of the race, but these Category 2B guys just kept us on our toes, which we love to see. And yeah, an hour later, we crown our winner. But yeah, special thanks to Artsy for race directing with us tonight. Good to have you back in the box.
No trouble. It was good fun.
Yeah. But yeah, don't go anywhere, guys. We will be back in a moment's time for Category 2A, brought to you by LJ Media. And that battle is shaping up quite nicely, as I believe the current championship leader is, one moment, prepared me would have had this all set up, but I don't. So, yes. So the current championship leader is the Stranger, followed by his brother, the Banker. 4 points separating these guys as they head into tonight. The Banker has played his Joker card, so don't go anywhere. It's going to be some great racing action in Category 2A coming right up. But yeah, thank you, Artsy, and we'll talk to you later.
No worries. See you guys.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for some Category 1 racing action around the Saints Village.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, oh. And this is just the beginning, I need a big change, only feels like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things. But what you gonna do for it, how you gonna move for it, what you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go! Hey!
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. Hey, I think I'm Sector 2! Oh my goodness!
Gee, she went wide.
Oh, he's run wide, it's so dead!
Oh my!
Oh no! No! You can't do that!
Just sit that steering wheel. What's that do?
Fuzzy is somehow keeping it on the track surface! The spectacular drive, and he will take his first win in the top flight of Sector 1.
Hello everybody, we are back and we are about to go qualifying for LJ Media Category 2A here at St. Croix. My name is Lenosis, and joining me in the commentary box is your race director. It is Bumcrack. How are you doing tonight, Bumcrack?
I'm very well, thank you, mate. A cracker of a night here at St. Croix. Hopefully, Division 3 will bring the goods.
Yeah. I mean, the Category 2B race was a little lacking of action, so let's hope that we can get our racing fix here tonight in Category 2A as the first few drivers make their way out on track. I do believe we have a full grid of 14 drivers here tonight. Unless we are missing a couple.
We won one shy, we were.
One shy. Oh, as we see Laminator just slipping off the track there a little bit.
I think, yes.
As the driver who is leading the field at the moment is the banker who leads the way across the bridge at the moment in his doghouse car. Carbon Boy, podium sitter last time out at Trial Mountain. He's second on the grid. Madrick there in third. We have Laminator fourth on track. Rudzi and Superfun Happy are side by side on their outlaps. Black Project RX7 seventh on the track. Daz in 8th. Greg's in 9th. The Boss 11th. Pirate in 12th. Pirate 11th. VF 12th. Odes in 13th. And yeah, we're missing someone. I believe we're missing Cruisin' by the looks of things. Yeah. So maybe late scratching from the zero turn driver. In the break, I made myself or attempted to make myself a raspberry iced tea. I didn't put enough ice in it. I used raspberry cordial. It tastes absolutely terrible. So Is what it is.
I think that sounded interesting then.
I think my mistake was I used French Earl Grey tea instead of English breakfast, so it's a bit florally.
Oh, that's definitely interesting.
It was the first tea bag I saw. I didn't know the difference, but I definitely know the difference now. I'll drink it still.
Of course, well, you have to now.
Yeah. But yeah, these guys starting their flying laps. I don't think we saw anyone in the pits on the first lap. We saw a couple of the Cat 2B guys taking an early pit stop.
Everybody but Hodes is on their first hot lap.
As Madrick has nice tow from Carbon Boy here as they head across the bridge. As the two Black Rose drivers are flying in formation at the moment. Radrick and Mudsy, as Carbon Boy affectionately called them prior to the stream tonight. Radrick and Mudsy from Rack Blows Racing.
Scooby-Doo impersonation.
Yeah. As Laminate has picked up a 1 second penalty somewhere around here. You're saying in the stream chat before that he's not looking to move forward to tonight's race. He's apparently a little bit off the pace, but we'll see what he can do. His first flying lap isn't going to do him any favours with that 1 second penalty lingering over his head.
And we only get 2 flying laps this session.
Yep. As the banker rounds the final corner, let's see what lap he can set. He's looking pretty alright, a 12.0, that's not a bad banker. 11.4 for Madrick first time round. Rudsey immediately goes better. An 11.3 and an 11.4 for the two Rack Blows Racing drivers. Your man, Black Project, your teammate from last season, your Category 2 driver goes fourth. Pirate Racing there, third place. And we see VF to third. VF had a great race last time out at Trial Mountain. Got taken out in race number 2 and couldn't quite claw back to a meaningful result despite the P2 in race number 1, but he's looking to fight back. Third place at the moment. He's got a lot of potential, VF. And we haven't quite seen a whole lot from him in previous seasons, but he's shown up this season and he's looking to throw it all on the table as the Datsun Racing driver makes his way down through the S's at the moment. So the last driver who will be setting a lap is Hodes. So Daz did pit on lap number 2 there. As what is wrong with... Oh, so, okay. So the Stranger's sitting out from this race and we've got Daz back again.
Yes, instead, yes. That was a noted exceptions.
I was unaware of this. So yeah, Daz goes around again. And for some reason, that same glitch that was happening in the 2B race is happening again, except instead of blue, like a light blue white noise on the side of his car, it's now pink. Why is the game doing this? Delivery is.
On Daz?
Yeah, if you want to have a look at the stream, I'm watching his car at the moment, and it's like not his livery on half the car, it's just random noise on his car.
It is too.
Which in the first race...
It looks perfect on my replay.
Yeah, in the first race it was like had like a light blue hue, now it's pink. So, not too sure what's going on there. But everyone peels into the pits now. As the banker leaves the pit lane, So Daz is about to embark on a flying lap. So his pole lap in 2B would be enough for pole position right now. So can he replicate that? That's the big question. Round the first turn. Up the hill. If he can get pole position in this Category 2A field, this would be a monumental effort from a reserve driver.
Wouldn't it?
Late on the brakes into turn 3. And it must be if he does, it'll be some sort of record. 2 pole positions in a single night. He is purple as well. Down through the S's. Beautiful control. On the power, across the bridge now. This is looking like a very tidy lap from Daz. Across the sector split. He's up by 2/10. This is going to be absolutely incredible if he does it. Oh, maybe a little wide at the apex coming off the bridge. Now into the sweeper. Gets it tucked in nicely. On the power. Oh, maybe he leaves a little bit on the exit. But down the back straight. He's lost a couple of tenths from that mistake coming off the bridge, but he's still purple. Into the braking zone after the straight. Into the hairpin. Gets it turned. On the power once more. As Hodes has disconnected from the room, which is rather unfortunate.
Excellent.
Down towards the final braking zone. We're not going to know what the sector split is. Gets it tucked up nicely, and he's going to have a slipstream all the way down to the line. He's got tucked up underneath the rear wing of Black Project. And he goes to pole!
He does it.
Wow! Oh, what a lap from the fill-in driver. 2 pole positions in one night. Can he do it? That'll have to be some sort of Sector 1 record. I don't think anybody has ever got pole position twice in a night. But Rudzi's up on his time. And there's only 9,000 separating him and Daz. And he's up by 700ths. As the checker flag is waving, this is the final lap for everyone. And he's purple by a 10. Rudzi's coming for the pole position. Beautiful line through there, off the bridge, down towards the sweeper. This is the crucial point of the lap. This is where Daz made his mistake. Tips it in. Nice tight line. Uses all the width on exit. That looked much more tidy for Rudzi. Down the back straight, he's up by 2.5 tenths. Into the hairpin. Stamps on the brake pedal. Hope that it grips up for him. Gets it flicked in. Flicks it left. Flicks it right. Down the hill now. 2 tenths up still. Just a few more corners to go. That's the make or break of the lap, and he's tackled it perfectly. Clips the grass on exit. Down towards the final corner. Keep it out of the wall, and he could be on for a pole. I think he's going to do it. Carbon Boy to 4th. Madrick goes 11-1.
Wow.
And Barrett Rudsey can only go P2. It's a Black Rose, 1-2.
Line in. Black Project does it.
A 10-7. What a lap from Black Project. He wasn't even in the question until that last lap. Pirate to P2. Wow. As the times keep rolling in. BF to P2. Wow. As the order has been completely jumbled up.
Oh, you got one more running, I believe.
I think it is Daz, is it?
Daz.
No, he crosses the line, doesn't improve. but that was a qualifying session for the ages.
Wow.
As we'll have a look at the qualifying results in a moment's time. So Black Project pole position, a 10.7. That is a stonking lap. BF finishes in P2, a quarter of a second off pole. Pirate Racing there in third. Madrick in fourth. Rudzy fifth. Daz in sixth. Carbon Boy seventh. The Banker in eighth. Laminator ninth. Super Fun Happy in 10th. Greg's 11th. The Boss in 12th. And Hodes will be starting from 14th if he is able to rejoin the lobby. But wow, how many people were on pole position just then? Black Project was there. Pirate was, no, it was Black Project, Madrick, Rudzy, Daz, all on pole position at some point during that session. Can you believe it? That was incredible. But yeah, I think that was very, very entertaining to watch. And now we've got an hour's racing ahead of us to decide who's the winner of this one. 27 laps it should be.
Wow.
Daz, as the team points fill-in, will be starting from P6. He was on pole position 2 minutes ago.
Oh,
but then...
and he was purple on his last hot lap as well. It was...
Yeah. 5 cars. 5 cars went quicker than him from being purple. That's phenomenal. And tight margins. Black Project in the end, getting it by 2.5 tenths. That's just crazy work. But,
wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to restart this race here.
Yeah. We'll just go for a quick intermission while we reform the grids. We do have Hodes back in here, so...
It seems to be.
Yeah, we should be able to sort that out. But yeah, we'll be back in a moment. Don't go anywhere, guys. Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for some Category 1 racing. Hello everybody, we are back. The grid is sorted and we are about to go racing. I think Bumcrack just said he'll be right back. Are you there, Bumcrack?
I am here, and I'm just rolling into the commentary position.
The commentary position.
Comatose position, nearly. And we're ready to start here.
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to this one. It should be a good race. An hour on the clock, 27 laps, it's looking like.
It's generally, it's going to be that close to it, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, here's hoping it's a good race.
I'll hit the big red button and away she goes.
Yeah. As the drivers line up on the grid, the light sequence begins. 1 light, I say, as the light sequence doesn't begin. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are out and racing here at Sainte-Croix, and looks like everyone gets off to a decent start as they barrel down towards the first turn.
Well, Baker's had a bit of a...
I think they've made it through nice and tidy.
Yes.
Just about.
Good enough to make a race director happy.
Yep. So far, no incidents in this one. They head through the S's and down the hill. So Black Project holds his P1. Pirate there up into P2. As I think somebody's into the fence there. Down the hill. Sorted themselves out, whoever it was. But oh, as Laminator throws it down the inside of Rudsey there.
I'll take that.
Rudsey's he's dropped down the order here. Down into 7th off the race start, so he's not had a good one, has he, Bumcrack?
No, but he wasn't going to sort of take Rudsey's sort of crap in that corner.
Yeah. As Pirate just inching closer to Black Project. Down the back straight. This is where the strengths and weaknesses of each car is going to show. And it looks like Pirate, he stepped out immediately and slips on by Black Project on the first lap of the race. Now, I've seen a lot of Black Project driving throughout the years, and I have a feeling that he's cooking something special here. I reckon we're going to see a Black Project one-stop like his teammate did in Category 1 last week. Oh, as we've had a big moment down the back of the field. Who have we lost? We've lost Madrick. So not a good start for the... oh, there's a big pile up there. But it's only Madrick that gets spat out as he made the error there, I think. As we did lose another car throughout that. Not too sure.
Well, that was a big one at the end. Hodes and Super Fun Happy had a big turnaround at the start of the straight.
Yeah, which it could be called for a safety car. However, it is the second lap. Most drivers are on their second lap, so
yeah,
it looks like
back upright.
Yeah, it looks like
it didn't stop.
Like the race continues on with no safety car intervention. However, Pirate at the moment is just leading the way ahead of Black Project and VF, just sitting behind him. So yeah, do we have a mixed compound of tyres throughout the field tonight here, Bumcrack, or is everybody on the medium tyre?
No, everybody is on the medium tyre.
Okay.
So it seems to be the obvious choice, I think. Softs You get a couple of really good laps out of them. Geez, they fall off the edge really quickly around here.
Yeah, they do. As VF looking to line up a move, potentially on Black Project. Will he be able to get it done into the hairpin? No, he's not close enough. Black Project just having enough straight line speed to get himself to stay ahead of Black Project, of VF on this time around. Oh, as we have lost someone. It is the Banker and Laminator who have come together at the hairpin. There is a lot of damage on the front of that Datsun Racing car, and he's let Laminator back through. So dare I say that the Banker has had an incident with, he's gone off on the straight, and then, oh no, that is not what you want. Oh. That is a horror incident. So that's a weird one. The Banker's gone off in a straight line. So he's come up to the kink on the back straight, and he's had a massive moment, which has caused him to be off in the weeds, cutting some grass, and then he's spun across the track.
In front of him.
What is happening here? Who has gone off now? Yeah, so the Banker clipped the rear end of Laminator, and Laminator got caught up in it as well, which that's not what you want to see.
He's an awful long way back at the moment.
Yeah, he's had mischief somewhere on the last 2 laps. But yeah, so these guys are battling it out for P11 at this stage, or P10.
Cattle stations.
Yeah, the Bankers managed to get past at P10. Super Fun Happy's thrown one on Laminator as well. So they head down towards the heavy braking zone on the other end of the bridge. But VF looking to throw another move on Black Project this time round. He's chasing him down 2/10. Black Project this time doesn't have the slipstream from Pirate in front. And I think it might just be enough. No, VF holds off. Rudzy up to P4 in the early stages of this race. Our boy up to 5th. The Boss in 6th, who's had a bit of a quiet race tonight. Same as Greg's in 7th. I don't think we've mentioned him tonight, but he's plugging along in the Symmetry car, or the Hyperdrive car, I should say. Daz there in 8th place. 9th is Madrick. 10th is the Banker. 11th, Super Fun Happy. 12th is Hodes. And last on track at the moment is Laminator. So Laminator's had a big mischief somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, that's he's looking further back.
This has been a chaotic start to the race. There's not been many who have kept their noses clean at the start of this one. Front 3 seem to have. Rudsy got caught up in a couple of early race shenanigans. He's currently got the fastest lap of the race of a 12.5. So they head down through the S's.
That's a nice lap for you guys. It really is.
It is. Across the bridge now.
I think I missed his tyres here.
Is Rudsy going to go for a move on VF? Yes, he is. He shows the nose. Late under brakes. Is he going to get 2 for 1 here? He thinks about it.
Oh no.
So close there to Black Project. As they're side by side. As Black Project brakes a little later than Rudsy. Has to give up on that opportunity, Rudsy. But he's going to get him in a straight line. I think they're both going to get Black Project in a straight line as VF looks to step out as well.
Get a great exit out of there.
VF's Corvette, it just doesn't look like it has the same the level of straight line speed that we've come to know with these Corvettes.
Eased out of it.
Maybe, yeah. As we are approaching the 10-minute mark of the race, what do you say we get into an APR Automotive Tyre and Fuel update here, Bumpcrack?
I think that'd be an absolutely great idea for APR tyre. APR with Pirate Racing out the front with it's got racing mediums on as for everybody in this race. Looking possibly at about 65, 67% fuel. Rudsey with about 60% fuel and very similar tyres with about maybe 10-15% worn. Black Project with identical tyres but more fuel than all of them, about 72%. VF drops back on fuel to about 70% with similar and actually really good tyres, maybe 8%. Carbon Boy, he's used the fuel up. He's got about 10% more on tyres as well. He's possibly about 68% on his fuel. Boss, worse again on the fuel and worse again on the tyres, looking about maybe 15-20% worn off that front left-hand tyre. It's probably the worst so far. Greg's nowhere near as bad on the front tyre, but even worse again on the fuel. He's looking at about maybe 58% in his tank at the moment. Madrick, he's not as bad on fuel, but still not great at about 60-62%. His tyres don't look so bad. Banker again, he's got very similar tyres, exactly. Super Fun Happy, he's got some very good looking tyres and about 60% fuel, which is a little bit less than the Banker, so I'm expecting maybe 2-stopper out of him. Daz, he's worse again on the fuel, but very good on the tyres.
He's had a massive moment somewhere, 2:40 on the last lap.
Yeah, that's I just looked at that was something's happened. Hodes looking pretty good on his tyres and really good on his fuel at about 62% still. And Laminator in the last on the field, and he's really good on fuel, which is probably why because of that. At about 62% and
what's he
only
doing?
about 10% worn on his tyres.
Why is he? What's Laminator doing?
He had I think he just braked really late for that last corner, but he's
Going very slow. Yeah.
I think we've had an ECU failure here somewhere, I might imagine.
Yeah, I don't
Intermittent
know.
ECU failure.
It's very weird from Laminator, but
Yeah.
not having a good time now.
I think hopefully he'll get that car to the pits before it stops on the side of the track.
Yeah, I think Pirate at the moment 2.6 seconds ahead of Rudsey. Black Project has dropped 3 seconds back. So he's still got VF in his mirrors. So are these two guys, I'd imagine the two front runners for a one-stop here?
I think they are actually. Pirate and Rudsey, I believe, will use too much fuel to be doing a one-stopper. Whereas Black Project and VF playing a bit of cat and mouse here, I think. Who's trying to use as least fuel as possible. They're much better on fuel and very likely they're going to be doing a one-stop. And it looks possibly they may be the only ones except maybe Laminator who will do the one-stopper, I reckon.
Yeah. But Carbon Boy is running a good race here. He's about to catch these guys. And I think you'll really want to get by him as soon as possible because like 99% sure he is also on the 2-stop. So,
Yeah, he's used a lot more fuel there in front of him. He is giving it berries to try and catch him.
yeah. Back up front is 2.8 separating Pirate from Rudzy. Greg's isn't having too bad of a race here either. As I say that, he's getting overtaken by Madrick, who's looking around the outside, and Greg's managed to hold on to that position for now. And these two still battling it out. Madrick trying to find a way through on Greg's. So there's an interesting little graphic as well for Greg. So he set his fastest lap of the race on lap 3 and lap 5. But that's not going to stop Madrick, as Madrick just throws it down the inside into the on the other side of the bridge.
Does it?
But Greg is still coming back at him. Look at him go. Oh, he tries to get around the outside. Yeah. Through the sweeper. Greg's has that straight line speed. He is going to get an edge on Madrick as they barrel down or side by side. Down towards the hairpin.
And meanwhile, Carbon Boy and Black Project Carbon Boy's had words with Black Project.
Yeah, VF has got ahead of him.
Yeah.
So we've missed that completely. What has happened here between these three? Carbon Boy's got...
Carbon Boy was catching him.
Yeah, got right involved in the battle, but then VF has dropped behind... Black Project has dropped behind the pair of them. Through the first turn. I think Carbon Boy is really going to want to get a wriggle on here, try and get by VF as soon as possible. Not sure if Carbon Boy would have put together the dots to realise that these guys are potentially on a one-stop strat.
Getting towards the pit windows next lap, I believe.
Yeah. Some of these guys will be pitting on lap 9, just to get rid of those soft tyres, medium tyres as soon as possible. I mean, should be a 27 lap race, so realistically, if you're splitting it evenly, it's 3 stints of 9. But as we've seen through the other categories, you can manipulate those numbers and potentially throw on a pair of slicks, softs at the end as well.
Yes, that's definitely.
As we have some yellow
Tune
flags
hold
here.
those softs for long enough.
It is Laminator who has pulled off the track. At the end of the kink, yeah.
Got a half-second penalty as well. Just waiting for everyone to pass. I think he really does have some serious ECU issues here.
Can he get that car moving again? I think that's the big question.
Coming out in second. The last car will pass him. Yep, that's what he's been doing. Waiting for the last car to pass. So he didn't impede anybody.
Carbon Boy still sitting behind VF here, so Either he's not too eager to get by, or he doesn't know that they're on a different strategy. It's a 3.5 second gap between Rudsy and Pirate at the moment. VF just holding out ahead of Carbon Boy, and these guys have put 1.5 seconds on Black Project. Laminator does exit the race, so some sort of issue that has prevented him from continuing any further into this one.
Yep. Rudsy and Pirate out the front there. Rudsy's definitely got less fuel than Pirate. He's having to work that car harder to even keep 3 seconds behind him.
Yeah, Pirate's driven a great race here tonight.
Hadn't he?
Great first stint. You can just keep it up. Is he going to pit this lap? Yes, he is. He peels into the pits.
Yep.
Rudsy does go round.
Sat inside the 213s for the race.
As Carbon Boys side by side with BF, they both go around again. Black Project goes round. Does Madrick pit? No, he doesn't. He goes round. Greggs is in. Banker's in. The Boss and Superfun Happy are rounding the final corner now. They both go around again. Daz makes a call and what do you know? Daz's livery has fixed itself. It's no longer got that pink stuff on the sides.
Oh,
wow.
Nice.
Miracles do happen.
Some very fast spray painters.
Yeah.
This goes around again as well.
So Carbon Boy has managed to get by VF. He's done that somewhere in the first sector. He's going to cross the sector split up here. Half a second down on his personal best time. Actually, he'll be in this lap. VF and Black Project probably going around again.
Black Project does have a slight fuel advantage on him.
Carboy stretched his legs from VF and Black Project quite a significant amount. .6 seconds separates them at the current moment. Down the hill through the sweeper. And I imagine we'll see a couple drivers making their pit stops right now. So Rudsy is in. Carbon Boy is going to go around again. VF makes the call, so VF's on the 2-stop. So that definitely shakes things up in terms of the race. So that means that Carbon Boy is a net P3. And Black Project is on the 1-stop, so he's on a different strategy entirely.
Oh, yeah. Maybe a 1-stop.
I mean, he could pit this lap, but I mean, knowing how to do the 1-stop, I mean, it's Black Project's thing.
Yeah.
Going long, saving tyres and fuel. There's no one better in the league than Black Project.
That's exactly it. We both did it up in division, up in category 1. And, the very least he'd do that. I'm surprised he doesn't do a no stop race.
Yeah. But he's displaying great pace on the one stop. I mean, he's keeping up with the two stoppers.
Yeah.
That is if he is doing the one stop.
That's right. We're not there yet, but
if he goes around again this lap, it would be ridiculous not to do the one stop.
yeah, and he does have plenty of fuel on board. Pirates finally got past all those people, all those drivers.
Yes.
Came out in front of the pits and he's 18 seconds behind Carbon Boy.
Yeah.
Should be due for his stop very soon.
Through the sweeper and down the hill. So, will we see Carbon Boy in this lap? I would imagine so.
Just trying to stretch those mediums out as long as possible so he can
Yeah.
get the softs.
Black Project goes around as predicted. Now, here's a tricky situation. It's 15 seconds between Pirate and Black Project at the moment. That's pretty bang on for like a pit stop
times.
transit time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a tight
Full
one.
tank of fuel, it was 42 seconds, I think, the full tank.
Yeah. And on the two stop, if you're flooring it, you use about an extra 40% of fuel.
Yeah. Yes. It'll make for a very interesting end to the race, I believe.
Yep. Let's see what Black Project can do. He's come 12 laps. He's not got to go too much further before he can ditch these tyres for some new ones. Carbon Boy's come out P5 out of the pits. Rudzi's turned to the race in 4th. So VF had a massive fuel save, and I would imagine either he's fuel saved or he's under fuel.
Ooh. That's exactly what he's done. He's under fuel.
Because he's come out, he was behind Carbon Boy going into the pits, and he's come out a whopping 9 seconds ahead of him.
Carbon Boy's put about 90 odd, filled up to about 95%, whereas VF's only up to about 60% at the moment.
Yeah.
So he's underfueled a long way. Definitely the two stop.
But that's definitely given him track position here.
Yes.
Madrick's inching a little bit closer to Carbon Boy. Now, going that far as well for Carbon Boy, you need to keep in mind that he's sacrificing a little bit of early race time, and he's most likely going to come back at the end when he throws on either a fresh medium when everyone else is on half-worn mediums, or he goes long enough, maybe even a set of softs.
Yeah, exactly. And he'll have to put less fuel in than everybody else as well, so...
Yep.
Got the long view in mind. And his indicator on.
Now, I don't know why these guys are... These Category 2 guys, why are they so keen on letting people through? I want to see them race. And none of this throw your indicator on, pull over to the left and Let him buzz by.
Yeah. Well, both be honest, very similar strategy.
That gap between Pirate and Black Project down to 11 seconds. So Pirate putting in the hard work in this stint. And we could see Black Project in this lap. As he's approaching the final corner, 10 seconds is the gap. Does he peel in this lap or does he go one more? He goes one more.
Oh, that fella. Just gone to the red light to the fuel light.
And that's going to give him just a fraction more pace every lap for that final stint there.
He certainly will hopefully be able to hold it in the early 14s.
Yeah. Some of these guys running out of fuel after about 9 laps. It's gone almost double that. You put things into perspective. It's a long way to go on a set of tyres and tank of fuel.
I think he actually grabbed my tune for that one.
Yeah.
Gap's down to 9 seconds though. Pirate is catching him.
He is. It's going to be a real tight one, I think. Ideally, Black Project, he would have wanted that 10-second buffer by the time he came into the pits, but any buffer at this stage of the race is something that he can use.
Front tyres are sort of screaming at him a little bit as well. 8 seconds.
Things just spreading out a little bit in this Category 2A race. Maybe a issue for the boss as well, as Black Project does peel into the pits.
With 2% fuel left too.
So he's either going to be able to full fuel and have that little bit of pace for the rest of the stint, or put maybe 95% in and drive the same way he's been driving this that whole first stint. It's going to be the big question.
Hopeful maintenance. Can't have too much fuel on this track.
He's dropping a long way down the order, but that's going to be him till the checker flag, and everyone else is going to be making a stop. So he comes out just behind Greg's there in P8.
33 seconds off, 34 seconds off the lead.
It's touch and go.
Is it?
So that final stop for Pirate should be about 35 seconds.
I thought I had 90% fuel. I thought I had it timed out at 42 seconds.
Yeah, but he should only need it, well, depending on when he comes in.
Yeah.
He should only need about 70 to 80%. That was a big moment from Black Project. He
Don't watch.
only just manages to hold on to it there.
Pirate's got 14 seconds, 14.7 over the FAs. of this race.
Now all that we can do is just wait and see how things fall. As VF is on the fastest lap of his race at the moment, 4/10 up on his personal best. Just sees Rudzi in his mirrors and decides to put his pedal down.
He does by half a second.
13.3 is a decent lap.
Yeah. Extreme. Madrig's hung onto the back of this pack pretty well as well.
Yeah.
He's
After
a pretty
quite
good
a
race.
rocky start from the
Yeah.
two Black Rose drivers, they are sitting in quite a good position.
Yeah, they do have quite a ordinary start. Points on offer so far.
So the drivers that are using their Joker card for this race are Iron
Oh, really?
and Madrick. Yes.
Ah, good choices.
Yeah. Both sitting pretty. Pirate currently P1 and Madrick P4.
Pirate sort of stretching the lead out very slowly.
It's riding on board with Rudzi at the moment as he's chasing down VF. Anchor has not had a very good race, down in 6th at the moment. Shows the nose into the first corner of this track. Just hunting down VF. There's 2/10 between them, and oh, as their paths converge. Let's see. Just easing his car through. He's waiting for a gap to open up for him. Still within that slipstream. Rudzi does still currently hold the fastest lap of the race at 12.5.
He's got an absolute amount of fuel more than Pirate.
Yeah,
doing some quick math there. Pirate possibly with about 12% fuel at the moment. And Rudsy on at about 32% fuel.
So that could come into it towards the end of this one as well after that final stop. As Rudsy pulls to the inside, he's gone for the move on VF.
Can he do it?
I think he's going to get it done. Late under brakes. Easy. Does it. The banker into the pits as well. He's going to throw on probably another medium to come home. So Rudsy up into P2.
Rudsy's got to make up much time to actually make up the fuel difference to be very close at the end of the race either.
Yeah. Just monitoring these battles at the moment. Black Project and Daz, there's not much between them at the moment, so Black Project just plugging along. He's 39 seconds behind Pirate. So depending on when Pirate peels into the pits, it's going to have an impact on where he comes out. He goes one more lap. Oh, he's pulled in now, so yeah, that's... So Daz actually gets past Black Project there as well. It's just going to be touch and go for who's in the lead on pit exit.
Yeah. But then, of course, Pirate, when they do get racing, they'll have much better tyres on board.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit better tyres. Daz over the pits.
So Pirate comes out, and he is ahead of Black Project by 6 seconds. So that's a lot bigger than our initial estimates, but Black Project is still in a great position, as VF is well and truly behind him by about a tune of 9 seconds. I think the big question is, where is Rudsy going to fall into all of this? I think he's going to be behind Black Project. I mean, the longer you go...
But you'll come out on the soft side.
That's the question.
He's getting into that window where it's possible.
7 laps on softs is a tough challenge.
It is. Where it becomes a sort of line ball call.
Yeah.
But 9.4 seconds to Carbon Boy is doing something quite right at the moment.
Yep. And don't discount Carbon Boy here either. He's sitting in a good position. Maybe not for a podium, but solid points, definitely on the cards.
And Carbon Boy might owe some pit stoppers as well.
Rudsey and Carbon Boy go around again. So yeah, I'd imagine they would both throw on a set of softs at this stage of the race. 20 laps gone.
Good call, isn't it?
Maybe one more lap. Maybe two.
Well, Carbon Boy's definitely got the tyres and the fuel to do it. Whereas Rudsey's maybe not.
Super Fun Happy, VF and Madrick are a bit of a scramble here.
The Super Fun Happy's actually had a pretty good mid to late race here.
Yeah, definitely a quiet race for him, but he's sitting in a good position at the moment. 5th on the road. How much higher could he potentially get by the time that Rudsey makes the call to come into the pits? Same as Carbon Boy, he's going to come into effect here as well.
Yeah. Super Fun's at 33 seconds off the lead, so you think that... But with only 7 laps worth of fuel to get, that's going to drop his pit time off considerably.
As VF gets the move done on Super Fun Happy 2, so... Super Fun Happy, one of these guys that still need a pit stop, I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah, so that's not going to do him any favours. He's probably going to drop down. So Rudsey's in. There's still 7 laps to go. Carbon Boy goes around. So what does he throw on? Is it a medium? Pirate is going to be well and truly gone by the time Rudsey comes out. It's going to be close with Black Project. He's probably going to need about 70% fuel, Rudsey. Put in more. He's put in 80.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of fuel.
Oh, he's
brimmed it.
Yeah, that's... he won't burn that.
Yeah, he could have done with about 30% less fuel there. Or in terms of time on the road.
Seconds?
Yeah.
Ouch.
7 seconds, 7.5 seconds
Wow.
that he would have lost because of that fuel. So he would have been ahead of Madrick had he not filled all the way.
Extremely close and super fun. Carbon Boy 9 seconds out in the lead though. As a pit stop, he's doing really well.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going to come out in all this. I imagine, well, it'll be 6 laps to go. As we see him move from Madrick on Super Fun. He's got the nose in. He's going to get him. Yep, gets that move done. So it's 6 laps to go.
Just in front of Madrick, I reckon. Super Fun Happy. I think it'll actually 4th, 5th, and 6th. I think it'll come out.
Yeah. Or even if he's just behind, if he throws softs at it, he should be able to pick him off.
Yeah, that'll be on slightly worn tyres.
So he comes in.
What's he going to do? How much fuel is he going to take?
He's got 7%. Should put in about 35, maybe 40% to get him home. Probably 45 to be safe. So that's about 10 seconds and he's going to be stopped. 8 seconds transit. It's going to be close.
Where's Rudsey?
Comes out ahead of Rudsey.
Nice.
So yeah, that's
Better behind Super Fun.
that's that entire extra fuel that Rudsey took on board.
Yeah.
To answer your question, Robert Gunawan, a red time means when someone has pit, but it's really glitched in Gran Turismo 7 for some reason, and it only displays it for a couple of laps after they've made their pit stop. There's also supposed to be a P next to the lap when they pit. It really just means that a time is invalid, but it's only really used in the game for pit stops. So 10 seconds between Pirate and Black Project. So Pirate's done the hard yakka here. He's just got to get it home. 10 seconds to spare. Black Project, he's got mirrors full of VF, who's chasing him down. Madrick's got himself up into P4, which is gone under the radar a little bit. Superfun Happy still owes a pit stop, but he's P5 at the moment. Carbon Boy should inherit that. He's got Rudsey behind him, but he is on the soft tyre. Is Rudsey on the softs or is he on the mediums?
Rudsey's on the mediums.
Yeah, okay.
It's on Carbon Boy that has braved the softs.
Yeah, I think Carbon Boy, he could be on for the fastest lap here as well if he can hook together a lap.
Yeah. It's worth a point or two. Definitely get past Super Fun Happy when it gets.
Well,
There he goes.
speaking of, so Carbon Boy at the moment, 5th. Can he potentially chase down these guys while on the soft tyre? It seems like Rudsey's holding him true to him at the moment. He's not, Carbon Boy's really not pulling away as much as we would expect. He is up on his personal best time though. Checking back up front with the situation here. So VF has closed that gap down to under 2 seconds. So these guys have got to be real careful not to trip over themselves as they chase down Black Project. Madrick and VF are waiting in the wings. They're ready to throw themselves at Black Project, but they can't be caught up in the banter too much on the way there.
No bias when I've gone over it. These two have a bit of a fight.
Yeah. Carbon Boy has Rudsey in his slipstream, and I think all that Carbon Boy on those fresh slicks is doing is just bringing Rudsey along for the ride, which may be a little concerning at the end of the stint when Carbon Boy's tyres inevitably drop off, and Rudsey, he might still have a little bit left to just chuck a move down the inside.
Rudsey's certainly going to
Oh, it's Black Project, he's crashed!
Oh, no!
Oh, what has happened there? That looks like a technical issue as he's rolling back down. Oh, I think he...
no.
What has happened? That is disaster for Black Project, who was doing so well in this race. What happened here? We'll catch it on the LJ Media Action Replay. As he came through the S's section, Titan Technical. And then what happened? Did he just... Oh, that looks like a typical wheel disconnect. As he was turning, and then he wasn't, and just speared into the wall. Oh, that is absolute disaster for Black Project. It looks like he still hasn't got the car going. It looks like that car is in auto drive, which... I mean, the stewards may want to have a look at that potentially, but oh, that is disaster with just a few laps to go. This is exactly what I was talking about at the start of the stream. It's a long way to go. It's tough on the gear, and we've already seen a couple of technical issues, and tonight they've just compounded more. As Carbon Boy and Rudzy are chasing down these guys ahead. So Carbon Boy a 12.6 on the last lap. Not enough to get the fastest lap of the race, unfortunately. But he's knocking, and he's maybe trying to find a way through. So now this, what was looking at a P5, suddenly everything's shifted, and now Carbon Boy and Rudzy are battling for a podium place. VF goes defensive from Madrick. Rudzy's going to stick it down the inside of Carbon Boy. So Rudzy's done enough to get himself up in a P4. Now it's Rudzy's turn to try and push and chase down the cars ahead. That's going to be everything that Carbon Boy doesn't want right now. He wants that clean air to try and chase down the guys ahead. There's only a couple of laps left to go. It's Madrick trying to find a way through on VF. Carbon Boy, oh, as Rudzy runs wide. Carbon Boy's got the nose in there. Rudzy goes defensive. VF and Madrick, they're running their own race as well. Black Project, Daz, Greggs, Super Fun Happy, they're all in a line here as well. They're running a race of their own here. Battle down the back for P7, it turns out. As Black Project hits the wall. Yeah, I think that car is still in auto. Is it in auto? Yeah, it must be in auto drive, which
It seems to be, but that shouldn't hit a wall that's doing that.
yeah.
That's going too fast for auto drive. Way too fast for auto drive.
I mean, last lap he was 13 seconds off the pace, so maybe he's just got the indicators on, the hazard lights.
Something's going on.
So there's only a couple of laps left to go.
Madrick still giving VF a bit of what for.
Here comes Madrick. This is the closest he's been to VF. He peels to the inside. They're side by side through the kink. Madrick's got it done. So the two double points guys are 1 and 2 in this race. They've played their Joker cards perfectly. I think VF just doesn't have the resources to throw at another battle. So he's probably going to have to settle for third, barring any mistake from the guys ahead. Rudzy and Carbon Boy, I think this is far from over. Just 2 laps remaining in this one. Rudzy goes defensive. Carbon Boy's going to try. Oh no, I thought he was going to try around the outside for a second there. As VF, he's still hanging in the wings. He's not out of this. He's down but not out. As there's only 2 laps left to go, is VF just... Was he conserving his car? Was he buying his time?
Better tyres.
As VF's coming back at him. Peels to the inside. He's going to get him across the bridge. Laid under brakes. Gets it pulled up. And he's back into P2. So VF He was just bluffing. He's definitely got the car to keep up this fight. But Madrick, can he return to sender? Down the back straight. He's got the slipstream. He's not quite close enough. Carbon Boy looking to send a move down the inside of Rudzi. Rudzi goes defensive. Carbon Boy looks to the outside. Late under brakes. Rudzi covers it off nicely. There's battles up and down the field, far from over. We're not done yet. There's still one more lap of racing action. As Pirate rounds the final corner to start the final lap. BF holding off from Madrick just for the moment. Carbon Boy trying to find a way through, but I think he's almost tyre compromised as well after being on those softs for 5 laps. As Madrick looks to the outside. BF late under brakes. Can he hold the position? Just about. Madrick looking for the switchback. He's got up under the rear quarter. They're door to door as they head through turn 2 into turn 3. BF still got that inside line. Madrick tries to sweep around the outside this time. They make doors on the apex. And Madrick has pulled it off. BF still got his nose in the door. Down the hill now. And VF has to pull out. Onto the bridge now. Full commit from VF. He's half a second astray. But this is the section that he's going to gain the most time out of. He needs a crucial exit out of the sweeper onto the back straight. Oh, as Madrick's hit the wall. That's going to open things up. That could be critical. Oh, as VF runs real wide. Tries to tuck it back in. He's got the run. That's what he needs. Stuck up under that rear wing. Can he use his straight line speed to zip on by? Madrick goes defensive. Oh, as VF off the track. He can't find the space to open up. And I think he's gonna have to settle for P3. As Rudzi waiting in the wings as well. This has been a monumental race, but Pirate, against all odds, I believe it's his first ever win in Sector 1. Yeah. He's driven spectacularly, and he's going to take P1. Nothing to fault from him. An absolutely spectacular race. And Thunder Motorsport, they get something out of this one. Madrick and Madrick's going to finish P2. VF and Rudzi are neck and neck, so VF has made a mistake here. Has he run out of fuel? Oh, 11 thousandths of a second separate him. But the banker is going to get P5, so Carbon Boy's run out of tyres a lap too early. P5 for the banker. Underrated drive for him. Carbon Boy in 6th. And it will be Daz who rounds the final corner in P7. That's a great drive for him. As a team points fill-in. It took him all night, but he finally has a good livery. Oh, there's still some issues with that livery, actually. I apologise. Huh? And Superfun Happy finishes in P8. Wow, what a race. So Pirate takes his first win in Sector 1. What a way to do it as well. Very dominant fashion.
Yeah, great race.
So here's the race results of that one. Pirate, P1, with a fastest lap of a 2:12.9. Madrick second place with VF completing the podium. Rudzi P4 with the fastest lap of the race, a 12:5.92. The banker comes home in P5. Carbon Boy ran out of tyres. Can only come home in 6th. Was staring at a podium a lap earlier, but can only come home 6th. Daz in 7th. The team points fill in with a great drive. Superfun Happy in 8th. Greg's in 9th. Black Project in 10th, Odes 11th, the boss finishing quite a while down the order with an issue, and Laminator the other DNF tonight. But wow, that was a good race. I quite enjoyed that. Who's your driver of the day there, Bumcrack?
Well, I was actually, I'm thinking Madrick. He just had a good, solid drive and just made very little mistakes, and yeah, kept his nose clean.
I think we're a little robbed of what could have been for Black Project.
Yes, hashtag disappointment. Yeah.
It'd be really interesting to see what he has to say in the chat after that one.
Yeah.
Just because it seemed like a very catastrophic failure. He was driving through a corner and then he wasn't. Is basically the way to sum it up. But yeah, that's racing. Stuff happens, and unfortunately, he a bit of a kick in the teeth. But yeah, I think my drive of the day, I think I'm going to give it to Madrick. Had a tough first stint, found himself down, and I think P8 for a second there, maybe as low as P10. But clawed his way back up, executed his strategy to perfection, and came home with a podium, and not just any podium, a P2, which pairs very nicely with his Joker card. So, yeah, great use of the Joker cards tonight. Pirate maximizing the points in his first Sector 1 win, and Madrick second place with his Joker card. I mean, you can't get any better than that for those two.
Just beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, congratulations to everyone on the podium tonight. But special thanks to Bumcrack for race directing tonight. Thanks for showing up and running the show with us tonight, mate.
Oh, you're more than welcome, mate. A pleasure.
Great to have you back in the comms box. But anything else to say before we sign things off tonight, Bumcrack?
Off to the glitz and glam of the United Arab Emirates next weekend.
Yeah, we here at Sector 1, we don't care about missiles too much, so we decided to brave it out and go racing in the Middle East, as you do.
In fact, we're probably the only ones who have got enough fuel to run this race.
Yes, that's the great thing about sim racing. It doesn't cost a cent in fuel.
We use less than Formula E. Probably a bit more better sounding.
Yeah, I'll pay that. All right, well, that's everything for us tonight. As Bumcrack said, join us next week for some Yas Marina action. Looking forward to that one. Since it came out, I've been driving it. It is such a great track, but yeah, there's a fair few of us that won't be present for that due to real-world racing. But yeah, it's going to be a good one. I'm going to watch it, going to enjoy it. All right, but yeah, we'll catch you all next time. So thanks for coming out, everybody, and we'll see you all next Sunday. Bye.
Thanks. Good night.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for some Category 1 racing action around
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, only feels like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
I can hear you, yeah. How are you having a good weekend? Yeah, thank you for the night. We'll check out the fuel
What you gonna be?
on the track surface. The spectacular drive, and he will take his first win in the top flight of Sector 1.